Hello, hello, this is Kathy Peck, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I just wanted to share with you a little quick card. I apologize for the bounciness. I'm still in my dining room waiting for my new floors to be installed so I can go back into my office and create from there on my office desk. But in the dining room, everything's really bouncy. But what I've done is I made a quick little card, a little insert for like when I send packages to customers and things like that with a little thank you, and I can write a note in here. And this is kind of a grungy looking card, and it's small. It's 3x3 with rounded edges, and I used the stamps from Versailles, which is a stamp set that's been around for a while, and it's kind of vintagey and promotes itself to that kind of stamping, and a few elements of the positive thoughts. This one little stamp here and this flower. I'm not sure what you would call that, but. And I used Blushing Bride and Smoky Slate because it's the colors I wanted. So let me show you how I did this really quickly. So I'll probably do two. This is a piece of the basic white cardstock cut at 3x6 and scored in the middle. So you get a 3x3 card, and I'm gonna grab a bone folder. Here we go. Sometimes when I cut, I get these little rough edges here, and I'd like to, I think I pushed down on my trimmer too hard. So here's one. Here's this little, I was thinking about doing one where I stamped across the whole thing, but I don't think I'll do that. That's a lot of work. But you can either score it, or you can just put the edges together and fold it. Comes together really well. I hope this doesn't bounce too much. So, and I'm sharing this in a blog hop with mini cards. Mini cards. Does that make sense? So everything gets stamped off, and we'll do the gray, or the smoky slate first. Get set up. I have to get everything in the right position, including the stamp. So this is the large scripted stamp from Versailles. It's all in French. I can pick up a few words here and there, but it's really faint. So I used to speak French in my former lifetime, my younger years. All right, so that's all I want to do with that, and I'll do the same to this one. Just stamp both of them at the same time. And I'm stamping off twice, and I'm pressing pretty hard when I stamp off because I don't want it to be real dark. I want it to be subtle, but not too subtle. Does that make sense? All right, so we're done with that stamp. And then next I came in with this little frame looking stamp, and I just kind of stamped around the edges, stamped it. A little piece in the corner here, a big piece here, put that aside. And that's what the nice thing is about this kind of grungy, messy stamping. You can just stamp all over the place, wherever you desire. I haven't done any stamping like this in a while, and I've always enjoyed doing it. So I thought, well, why not for a little thank you insert. So I do send quite a few packages to customers. Like I'll send them, I always have cards, laying around, so I'll send them a card for them to use, or a little thank you PDF. I like to mail those in the mail instead of email because I think it's a little more personable, even though it is a little costly at times, but it's only money, you can't take it with you. And now this big flower. So I made 4 of these yesterday, and I thought, well, I'll do the rest in a video. All right, we have one more bit of gray to do, and that's this little row design. You kind of just put that wherever you need like a fill in. wherever you feel it's a little lacking. It doesn't, I think there's no rhyme or reason to it. All right, now for the last bit, the leaves, I stamped them in Blushing Bride because I really like pink and gray, shades of pink and shades of gray together. And you do not stamp this off, or at least I didn't. I mean, if you wanted to, you could. If you recreated something like this, but I chose not to. I want it to stick out. I want the pink to show up. I want it to kind of, you see the pink first, and then you're like, oh, what else is there? And then we'll stamp the little thank you on the inside. Pressing down nicely to get a good image. Yeah. There we go. That is those two done, and I'll stamp the inside with the thank you. And once I find my little envelopes that go with these, I can say it's all done. But you can make your own little 3x3 cards and envelopes easily, or you can buy a pack from Stampin' Up. They have a 3x3 envelope and card pack, I believe. I better look that up just before I misspeak. Where's my catalog? So I know I used to have a whole set, and I think I've used them all. So you go here and you look in the paper products. Let's see. And speaking of catalogs, this catalog expires in May. Yes. Okay, now you can just get the envelopes. Basic 3x3 envelopes. There's 40. Or you can make your own. That's pretty simple. So the envelopes are on page 136 if you needed to look that up. So there you go. And one last thing that I did after stamping in the little thank you from the very Versailles is I rounded the corners. I still need this ink. And then I took a sponge and just grunged it up some more. I like this 3-corner or this triple punch, except that you have to, go push straight down. But I have one of those corner chompers from Memory Keepers or whatever, and it does not make as nice a corner as this. Which is a little disappointing because it costs twice as much, but who knew? Okay. Let me do this part, and then I'll show you my 6 cards. I could even put them in one of these little, remember the little pizza boxes that we have from Stampin' Up? I still have a few of those around. I could stick them all in that to store them until I get some envelopes. Just ink up all around the edges. And there you go. Quick little insert for a customer thank you, or just for anybody, like your neighbor does something nice for you and you return it. You can put a little card like this in there. All right, here you go. There they are. My 6 little cards. Using the Very Versailles and the Positive Thoughts. Those are 2 great stamp sets that will never go out of style. Alrighty, this is Kathy Peck, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you need a catalog or you need a demonstrator, don't hesitate to call me. My information will be in my contacts, in my YouTube, and on my blog page. Don't forget to subscribe and follow my blog. Thanks. Bye-bye.